Hey guys, Nikki Harden, the Badass Woo Business Coach and the formulator of 21 Cleanse. So today I am here to share with you my health secrets, how I keep my immune system strong, how I have so much energy, how I stay positive, the things that I do mind, body, spirit on a day-to-day basis and in my lifestyle that I believe have a really big impact in keeping my health and my happiness and my productivity top shelf. So I was at the beach today. I did my yoga practice at the beach, and this guy came up to me and was like he just couldn't believe I was here and doing it, and was there for over an hour and all of this. And he goes, "What are you, 20?" And I said, "Double it and add a few." And then you got it. And he couldn't believe me. And so of course he wanted to know my secrets. What do you eat? What's your exercise thing? And I don't ever get sick. So a lot of people ask me what I do. So here I am sharing it with you. So I really hope you tune in for this entire video, because I'm going to be sharing some very simple things that you can do right now that are going to have a huge impact in your health, in the amount of energy you have, in the productivity, in strengthening your immune system, and in your happiness, okay? So a lot of the things that I'm going to share are so simple. They're free. You just upgrade or change certain habits that you have right now, and they're super easy to implement. Then I'm going to talk to you about my diet, the supplements I take, and we'll wrap it up from there. Okay, so the most basic, and I really hope that you hear this, because it's so easy for people to dismiss it. But the number one most important thing, like, I think that there's three things that are the most important, right? Number one, sleep. Number two, water. Number three, it's so close. It's like community, friends, joy, love, touch, diet, nutrition, exercise, all of these things, they're all kind of right here, okay? But if you really are concerned and paying really good attention to minding your health, and that is a top priority for you, knowing that everything else in your life builds upon your health, then I really ask you to consider just how critical sleep is for this. And I really believe in 7.5 to 8, if not 8 hours, little over 8 hours a night is absolutely ideal, because your sleep is the time when your body like sloughs off stress. It's how it heals from being awake and functioning for 2/3 of the day, right? So when you minimize that, you will definitely, everyone says like, "Oh, I didn't get that much sleep last night." Your productivity goes down, your energy goes down, your mood goes down, all of these things, right? So it's not only just how you're feeling psychologically, or if you're gonna have a really good workout, or if you have the energy to go work out. Like, your sleep is really what's helping all of the systems, all of your body work at like a super high level. Like, there's a reason Arianna Huffington, she pays her employees to sleep 8 hours a night. So the employees that she has, they have a way of tracking the number of hours that they sleep, and when they sleep 8 hours, she rewards them. She also has sleep rooms in her offices for her employees. So if she's doing this, you gotta know that it's really important. Like, if you do the deeper research, it will show, okay? So I'm a firm believer that getting to bed before midnight is the best thing that you can do. And they've said something along the lines of every hour that you get of sleep before midnight is like 3 hours after. So, and I personally have made that shift, and I've noticed a huge difference. So I really am mindful with it in my life. When I go out and I'm like socializing, I know that I want to get to bed by 10:30 in an ideal world, and that I want to be home around 9:30 because I need about an hour to like wind down and kind of get into my zone. And so I literally will just be mindful of what time it is. Maybe it's kind of like how parents are with their kids when they have children. So pay a lot of attention to your sleep and do what you need to do to rewind your life so that you're getting to bed on time. The second thing, I already touched on it, water. I mean, everybody knows that they need to drink water, but how many people say, oh, I need to drink more water. Oh, I need to drink more water. Like, then just drink the water. Like, water is what flushes your system. It's like what takes all of the toxins and out of your body, and your cells are constantly pooping. They're constantly creating their own metabolic waste, and like water's going to help flush that, right? And if you don't do that, then the congestion adds up. So I'm really particular about the kind of water that I drink. I won't do tap water because it just has too many chemicals, and then pharmaceuticals and urine and a lot of stuff in it. So my suggestion is always making sure you have a water that's gone through like a reverse osmosis process. And in an ideal world, it can be remineralized. I'm not a devotee of it has to be pH or not pH. There's a lot of controversy around that, and I kind of waver around it. But what I really know is that it needs to be gone through reverse osmosis and be remineralized. And so I can't always get remineralized. And so what I'll do is I have very high quality Celtic Sea Salt, and I do 1/4 teaspoon of Celtic Sea Salt per liter of water, which is about 1 teaspoon of sea salt per gallon. So super, super important. I'm also extremely mindful of taking dominion of my thoughts. So this is one thing that I actually work a lot with my clients. So retraining your brain for positivity, for shifting your perspective from victim mentalities to empowered. They play out so subtly, but when you learn to take dominion of your thoughts, you can stay in a positive direction, and you will keep your focus on where you're going rather than what might be happening and your perception of it. So there's specific ways that I work with my clients that I help them. Even I have a past client who came to me. She was constantly living in stress and anxiety and overwhelm and kind of going through these periods of highs and lows. And within just a matter of even 2 months, she was calm, centered, relaxed. Her self-esteem totally grew. She felt more confident. She was trusting. And these are the kinds of things that are so important. I had to go through that myself, right? Learning how to do that myself, and it's like taking inner dominion of your thoughts. You know, you want to like literally wire your brain for health, for happiness, for success, for joy. Take every single situation that's happening in your life and utilize it for your advancement. And so that's the quality of your thoughts is really, really important. And if you stay positive and you direct your mind, you're going to be able to stay in a higher level of health, and you're going to have a stronger immune system. So I just really believe that it is mind over matter. So in addition to that next level, I literally decided about 8 years ago that I just don't get sick anymore. Like, I literally just decided that. I'm done being sick. Now, this is also when I started my detox company. I'm going to talk about that. I have my cleanse kit here, which I do 3 times a year, and I don't get sick. I pay attention to the things that I know fuel my body, because this is the vessel that my soul chose for this lifetime, and I am so grateful, and so I'm going to take care of it. And so I do believe that we have the ability to stay in a really, really high level of health, and you just have to decide. And I've literally watched my brain switch. Like, I've watched my body kind of go, oh my gosh, I think I'm getting sick, and that old thing. And I just say, what are you talking about? I don't get sick. And I've just literally stepped in It's like my God self stepping in and saying, I'm taking inner authority here. I don't get sick. And so I've made that shift and avoided it. And so I believe you can too. So I share that because that's the truth. And your mind is that powerful and you are that powerful. So back your thoughts with actions to match it, and you will accomplish the goals that you have set in your mind. Another thing that's the next thing, after taking dominion of your thoughts and just deciding you're done getting sick, I'm really big on the importance of community. And these next two, I think, are absolutely critical, and they are very well, very, very underlooked and underwatered in our culture. But I think community and connection and friendship and physical touch and like intimacy, not intimacy and the like, here we are taking our clothes off about to get down. Intimacy in the way of letting people into your life and sharing what's going on in your life and sharing your feelings and the things that are true and happening for you, your wins, your challenges, your upsets, your successes, and honestly, like praising other people, right? Praising other people, seeing like the amazingness of those that are around you and sharing that praise with people, uplifting others is so powerful for our health, for the strength of our immune system, I believe. And I actually have done a little research on this, and there is a medical organization in relation to San Francisco Hospital that actually did a study and found that loneliness is more harmful on health than smoking, than obesity. Then there was all of these lists of things that it trumped. Loneliness being the absolute most detrimental thing to our health. So how can we curb that? We can curb that by creating connectivity, community, intimate friendships, by having touching each other. And I know in this time, there's no it's not a surprise that for the agendas that are playing out in the world right now, they are bringing people into isolation. So get touch, connection, community, and make that a priority. In line with that, and I believe that this is so important too, is letting more joy into your life. And not just letting more joy in your life, but creating more joy in your life. So one of the things that I put so much attention to is fun. It's fun, it's pleasure, it's joy. It's the things that light me up. Sometimes it's with people and sometimes it's alone, right? So I love going to the water and just swimming in the water. I mermaid around. It's what I call it. I call it mermaiding, and people actually say to me, who I've never met, when I come out of the water, that I look like a mermaid. It brings me so much joy, and I actually like to go down there by myself and just play, and I dance in the water. I also dance. I really love music. I make a lot of time, and I put a lot of attention on nurturing my friendships and doing it as much as possible face to face rather than via text or even via phone. So these are the things that bring me joy and fulfillment. And we go out and we dance, or we get out in nature and we hike, or we come together, and there's whatever it is that brings you joy. Do more of it. Make it a priority. Like, not just once a month. You need joy like twice a week minimum, and laughter. Laughter is the last thing I'm going to keep before I shift into diet, nutrition. Of course, fitness is in there too, right? But laughing is so good. Like, a big part of this, you guys, is about really raising your vibration and keeping your vibration at a super high level, no matter what's happening around the world, no matter what anyone is saying to you, or or what the circumstances of your life are or are not, right? Really just finding the joy, finding the gratitude, allowing laughter. These things are so much, these are the real medicine that we have that's so, it's the source of our creation, because you're a creator, right? You're a creator, and when you fill your bubble with joy, that's like the universal energy of love, and that's how you came into the world. So that's gonna really, really lift you up. Health, happiness, immune system, and it keeps you impenetrable. So now I'm going to shift into diet. You know, it's, of course, exercise is in the list of non-diet things, and that's just kind of a no-brainer, okay? But make time for diet. And then I'm going to leave you with one last one that a lot of people don't know, so stay tuned for that, okay? So with diet, I am really a believer in no processed foods, all real whole foods. So I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, vegan is the only way, or keto is the only way, or eating animals is wrong. I don't believe in that. But what I really do believe in is eating real whole foods. So anyone that comes to my house, the only thing that's on the shelf is going to be like quinoa and maybe a can of black beans. Like there's not a lot of extra, because everything is real whole foods, right? And so greens are so important, because it's life force. You know, greens are life force, and they've got so much good stuff in them. So my diet is all real whole foods. Okay. Then, like I said, I also detox 3 times a year. So this is my detox. It's a full body cleanse. It's 21 days. You get to eat when you're on it. It's not about starvation or deprivation. It's actually about cleaning up anything and really getting the palate really trained for real whole foods and not addicted to sweets or sugars or salts or anything like that. So you get to eat 3 meals a day. It's got food lists, shopping lists, recipes, all of that. And then, but the magic is in the potions, because there's a liver tonic, there's a bowel tonic, there's a food grade multivitamin, and there's some powders, and I'll talk about those too, because I take them on a day-to-day basis. So 3 out of 6 of the products that are in this kit I take on a day-to-day basis, because they are lifestyle products. And a lot of my people who go through my program will stay on these as well, because they recognize how much better they feel and how important these are for day to day. So it's like super simple. It just arrives at your doorstep. It has everything you need. And the secret, the magic right here is in the potions. So we have the liver tonic. I love the liver tonic. So what I learned after living in India and studying Ayurveda in India at healing clinics was that we were always using herbs and Ayurvedic nutrition for full body detox, and I saw repeatedly health miracles. I also had my own health miracles where my body literally lost about 12 pounds almost overnight. My brain became so crystal clear. It was I would just read something and then I could memorize it, and even like other Sanskrit and everything, and go have really high level conversations with doctors. And then I literally woke one morning to watch my cells release decades of mental and emotional suffering. And so through this, what happened is my psychic abilities just went bam, and all of a sudden my manifestation abilities went whoosh. And I could have a thought and then someone would call me. I would think I would want to go to this country and teach yoga and live on the beach, and I would go to that country and a yoga teaching opportunity would find me. I didn't even have to I just had to show up. It was really a powerful experience. So I ended up creating my own formulas and for people to do this in their day-to-day life. So I also manage detox programs at cleansing and fasting resorts in Thailand. And that was all about using herbs and liquids. So my program uses herbs and food. And it's more geared toward the liver, which is where all your immune cells are being made. And every single toxin that's in your body passes through the liver. It's responsible for cleaning out your blood. It creates, it helps with digestion. It creates hormones. It does so many things that you need to detox your liver consistently, like 2 times a year minimum. And then the colon. So it doesn't make you run to the bathroom. In fact, it just helps things move through. It cleans the plaque on the inner lining of the intestinal walls. It fights parasites and bacteria and funguses. And the ethyl extract of turmeric, which is in here, has been shown to pull fluoride from the brain. And then the ethyl extract of rosemary has been shown to reverse cellular mutation in breast cancer patients. So it's very, these formulas, and there's also the bowel. These 2 magic elixirs that you take in conjunction with the powders. They basically do the heavy lifting for you, right? So they pull the toxins out so that you can clear the brain fog and think really crystal clearly, so that your body starts creating energy and you wake up before your alarm and you actually want to get out of bed, so that your joints, like the aches and pains that are in your body, those just like melt away. You can feel like the bloating, the indigestion, anything happening in the gut, that just goes away. You can notice that your body is absorbing your nutrition in a new and more powerful way. There's so many things that will come through this. And then there's the whole metaphysical side to it, which is really, really cool. But let me just tell you that you will manifest beyond your belief your attunement to your path and your guides and your helpers and where you're meant to go will open for you beautifully and easily, and that which is in your way will melt away. So this toolkit that I have, this detox, I do it 3 times a year, and like I said, I don't get sick. And I have a large number of people. Like I had a woman who went through, and she came to me because she had thyroid cancer, and she just had she'd had cancer, and she needed to get the inflammation down. She didn't have energy. She had all her kids, and and she had a full-time job and all of this. And we took her through the program, and halfway through the program, all of her kids got sick, her husband got sick, and the cancer patient on my detox didn't get sick. So that just goes to show you, it's pretty powerful. So I do that 3 times a year. Now on the daily, what I do daily, I take the multivitamin, which is in the detox. It's also available on my website. It's $50 and it'll last you a month and a half. And this has, of course, they all have the labels on it, right? So you know what you're taking. But basically what we're doing is we're using raw, non-irradiated, organic herbs so that you actually absorb all of the vitamins, because it is actual nutrition. So a lot of my people that go through my detox, they won't go off of this because they just notice how different they feel. Like, finally, there's a multivitamin that works for me. So it's really, really powerful, and it's totally full spectrum, including B12 and B6 and vitamin C, which is critical for uptake of nutrients. So we cover it, a lot of it, here in this vitamin. And I also take my organic chlorella powder. I'm obsessed with chlorella. Chlorella is the blueprint for free, perfect cells. It is a single cell organism, and that means it knows how to duplicate and replicate itself. It's which is a blueprint for a single cell, for a perfect cell. So I take this, I do a couple tablespoons a day. This is also available on my website. It's $30, it'll last you a month. It's got more protein per ounce than steak. It's got healthy fats. It's got all the B's, vitamin C, and it's absolutely more. It's got so much more, but it's amazing. And you can drink it in water. You can put it on your salad, whatever. And then the last thing that I take on the daily is I take my bentonite clay. So the bentonite clay is a part of the detox. Again, those last 3 products, they're all in the detox, but I take them on the daily. And when you do the detox, there's actually enough of these products to last you about a month and a half, and this will last you even longer. So this is why I love bentonite, because it's volcanic ash. Now, the volcanic ash, it's got trace minerals in it that are no longer in our soil, and minerals that are really, really crucial for bone health. What it does is you add it with water and you drink it, and it absorbs toxins that are in your GI, in your body, that aren't supposed to be there. And it also absorbs molds. So all of the stuff that you're breathing in or eating, like the chemicals that you're eating, because you have chemicals on your food, because that's the reality of our world right now, they get taken and absorbed just like a sponge in this bentonite clay. So this is only like $20, again, on my website. Those are what I take on the daily. I have one more suggestion for you. And if you've made it this long, I commend you. This is a secret sauce. So one of the things that I do that I believe is a really, really powerful, powerful tool is I do a process called sun gazing. So there's something that happens biologically, biochemically with your biorhythms when you watch the sun come up and when you watch the sun go down. So every morning when I wake up, the first thing that I do is I drink a big glass of water, and I go outside of my house into the backyard, and I stand outside and I watch the sun come up, and I feel the sun on my skin, because sun is a source of nutrition and you need it for your biochemical processes, okay? So I feel the sun on my skin. I sit there, I breathe. I actually do like a yogi squat. I can't do it and you guys can see me here, but I go down and I do a yogi squat, and I kind of move around a little bit, and I try to do some stretching while I'm letting the sun come down on my face. And I really believe that that wakes your body up. Okay, it wakes your body up. And then my intention is almost every night I go down and I go to the beach and I watch the sun set. So that helps the body shift into, okay, it's time to move into more of a relaxing state so that you can sleep really well. So it's called sun gazing. It's incredibly important, and it's a powerful way that's, again, free. It's just nature here. You can take advantage of it. And it's going to have a really big impact in your health, in your energy, in your happiness, in your aliveness, in your immune system, in all of these things. So if you have questions, you know how to find me. You can DM me. You can go to my website, nikkiharden.com. There's a contact page there. All of the products that I showed you there, they're all available on the shop page and my website. If you need some help as far as coaching is going, if you're dealing with stress and anxiety and you're not realizing your goals, I can help you with that too. So all you got to do is go to my website and everything is there. Again, it's NYKKIHARDIN.com. And I just wish you the best health, happiness, joy, love, success. Be well.